878 and welcome back to another YouTube video. I've been meaning to post this for a while, but I'm going to do this now, and at the end of the video I'm going to show you something that you can make with this new touchpad in room 2.0. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is a touchpad. I'm going to explain it first before building what I'm going to tell you. Stay tuned in the video to know. So if we configure the touchpad, we have the interaction prompt, which I honestly don't know how the interaction prompt shows up because, I know you can touch it, but I don't see a prompt. But there you go, you got the prompt there. If we go back into configure, we got sync interaction prompt enabled, sync enabled, typical things. Um, And that is all. Most of the settings are the same as every other object. Okay, so let's go over some of the things it can do from the circuit board. So, of course, you have set enable. You want to make sure that's enabled. It's kind of annoying that you have to enable all the new things, but sure, it works. Let's see. Touch start it and start position. So this will activate whenever I touch it, and this will give me the start position that I touch. So let's say I touch over here. If I go back here, you're gonna see that it is almost 0, and if I touch right here, it is going to output a almost exactly 1. Next, we got touch move. This is like an update 30 hertz a second. So if I move like this, it constantly will output my position, my current position, and my previous position. Okay, you gotta touch end it. So whenever your touch ends, so whenever you let go of it, that is going to be the position it gives you. And of course, we have a set enabled output right here. Okay, now let's get into what I was going to build with this. So I am going to be building a little, let's say a map where you can ping things by touching the touchpad, and it will actually show you where something is on the map. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, first of all, let's make a little map first. I'm just gonna place a few objects around, maybe a few shapes and things like that. So let's say our house is right in the corner right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, actually I don't want to scale this. I'm gonna transform this. Really wish I had manipulate. Make things a lot easier. So this is going to be the house. A little too tall. And let's color this, let's say brown. Brown wood. And that is going to be our house. Let's give it a quick little roof. So we're going to put this here and just transform it. And I'm going to make another location just to show you that when you ping another location, it's going to stop the location you already pinged. So let's go ahead and edit out. There's our house. Next, I am going to, let's see, what's another thing that you can have? How about a tree? Yeah, a tree sounds nice. Let's put the tree right over here in the opposite corner. Don't want it to be near each other. Otherwise, it'd be kind of awkward to be pinging it. So here we go. Got a tree right there. Just pretend this is a map you're working on. You don't want it to be the same color. And I'm not going to put too much work into making the tree. So I'm just going to use a sphere. And I'm going to scale this, and this will be the grass. The grass. I mean the leaves. Yeah, this will be the leaves of the tree right here. Let's go ahead and do that. And I am going to color the tree leaves green. So recolor this to green. We're going to be using dirt. Because honestly, dirt looks like the better looking tree besides using grass. Okay, so now that we have both those, let's place this touchpad somewhere where we can see both of them. Can we see both of the locations from here? Yes, we can. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and scale the ground a little bit so we have something to stand on over here. Ooh. Why that happened? Oh, I scaled it. That still scales it. Yeah, they just need to bring back the manipulate tool. Whatever, we don't need it. Okay, so now we got our house and our tree and a touchpad. So now we're gonna get out some circuits. So we're going to go into here. Let's see. We're gonna click on circuits. This new menu is not the best, I will say that. Kind of liked it before. How do I go back from here? I know this isn't the regular thing. Oh. Ah, I see. You gotta click on the search twice. That's kind of stupid. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and search up touchpad. So type in touchpad and we get all the touchpad stuff. We don't want any of the get stuff, we just want the set stuff. So get touchpad set enabled. And we want well, we actually don't want that, but you can have that if you want the set interaction for it. Okay, now that we have our touchpad thing, we're going to get a marker. So go ahead and type in marker. We're going to get a objective marker constant. We're going to get not attached to player. We want a objective marker set. Okay, well, right now we're going to just work with objective marker set enabled and objective marker. We'll find if we need anything else later. Okay, so we are going to set this to enable, connect this to the objective marker. And if you haven't messed with the objective marker, I'm pretty sure I got a video talking about it. I'm just going to go ahead and name this the location so I know what this objective marker does. I'm going to give it the color of I think blue's better. Yeah, let's go with a light blue too. Okay, we're going to keep label and distance indicator, proximity, fade threshold. That's how close you have to get to the marker for it to fade. We're just going to keep it the same. There's no need to change it. And there we go. We have our objective marker right there. And let me spawn in a button because we're going to need to activate all this stuff before actually, you know, using it. So you're probably going to want to activate this when someone joins the game or the room loads. But for right now, I'm just going to use this button right here because I'm already in the room. So is the touchpad enabled? I don't know. Touchpad set is enabled. Let's connect this here, turn this true, connect this here. Now whenever I touch the button, it will enable the objective marker and the touchpad. You can see the objective marker spawns right there. I think this is the original spawn point. That's where the objective marker spawns. I don't know the specifics. Okay, anyway, now that we have the objective marker, the question is, how do we move the objective marker to one of these locations? So, first of all, what we're going to do is we need to make a map for this because right now I can touch anywhere on here and yeah, I won't know where nothing is. So to make a map, we're going to get a canvas. Let's go ahead and place the canvas right here. And you can make whatever you want on your canvas. That's not how you spell eraser. We're gonna get a eraser and we're going to get a marker. Doesn't matter what color. I am trying to do this pretty quick. So there we go. So I'm gonna erase this. We don't need that. And let's choose oh gosh. Let's choose green and just scribble a little bit just to show the ground. This is basically the grasslands right here. There's grass everywhere. Let's get up high too. There we go. Obviously, you're gonna probably want to make more detail, fill it in, things like this. This is where your art skill comes in. So, yeah, there you go. Let's fill it in a bit more. Okay. Now, let's get the house in the corner right here. So it's a square house with a triangle. Let's go ahead and fill that in a little bit. So obviously you're going to want to make sure that your map is showing correct distances, the stuff and everything. So for example, if I got the house here and the tree there, if I put, let's say, a restaurant right here, I can't put the restaurant right here. I have to go above the tree and place it right there and below the house. So yeah, make sure your map is actually accurate to what it should be. Now let's go ahead and get the tree. I'm going to be using a light green for the tree. Just a singular tree down here. Now, obviously, you're not going to have a singular tree. You're probably going to have multiple trees that looks like that looks like a forest. So, yeah, here is the map. I know it doesn't look great. My art skill could use a bit of improvement, but I'm trying to hurry up here. Anyway, now that we have this, let's go ahead and delete the markers. We don't need these anymore. Delete. And here is the map. Let's go ahead and move that right behind the touchpad. And let's go ahead and transform the touchpad. No, not the canvas. We want to transform the touchpad to make sure that it fits exactly what we need it to fit. So let's go ahead and make sure that is the same size as the canvas. I think this side could be a bit bigger. Okay, and now we are going to back this up a little bit. Oh, we want to get the move tool. Yeah, we're gonna back this up a little bit. Make sure it's pretty close. And there we go. Now, obviously I got the circuits on, so I'm able to see the touchpad. People won't be able to see the touchpad. But now we have the map and we have the touchpad. So now we just need to make it so wherever I touch on the touchpad, the marker shows on the touchpad and it also shows here. So what you want to do to get the marker to actually show on the touchpad is we are going to change the previous touch position and current touch position and all the positions to world position. And what this does is it's not going to take the exact place in the world. Like if I touch this, it's not going to pop up over the house. What this does is this makes it so when I touch the touchpad, the marker is going to appear right where it should. So we are going to go ahead and type in touchpad again. Let's see, where is what I need? Hmm. Was it a set position? Okay, there we go. We want to get a objective marker set position. And what this is going to do is it's going to set the position right where the position is on here. Of course, it's too close to it. We're going to move it a little far away. And what we are going to do is we are going to get a touch started. And we are going to get the target, which the target will be... Oh, the target will be this objective marker right there. And the position will be, since we're doing touch started, we're going to go with start position. And now if I go ahead and touch this, it should pop up right there. Obviously, you can't get rid of the fade threshold, which really sucks. So if you touch something, you have to back up far away, otherwise it's going to disappear. I think the most you can turn down the fade threshold to is 1. You can actually put in 0, because if you put in 0, it's just going to go back to 1. So the most you can do is have the fade threshold to 1 meter, so you can at least back up this far, so you have to touch the touchpad and back up a little bit. Can't really do nothing about that, which kind of sucks. Okay, so now we have that. Let's go ahead and get another objective marker, because this is exactly how we're going to get the other objective marker here. So one objective marker appears right on the touchpad, and another objective marker is going to appear on the tree or the house. So I'm going to configure the objective marker. We're going to give this a different name. We're going to give this the name of, I mean, it is a location too. I don't know. Let's go with location 2. Okay, so this will be location 2, and I think I'm going to make the marker exactly the same. Light blue. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to have this set true. So let me press the button again. And you see we have a second objective marker now. Now, how am I going to make it so where I press the house, the objective marker appears on the house? What we are going to do is we are going to get the objective marker set position. And where do I want to put this? I would say put this maybe above the I would maybe say put this above the location that you're trying to ping, just to make it easier. We're going to give the house a tag too. Going to give this the tag of house. Yeah, let's give this the tag of house. Okay, and now what we are going to do is type in rec. It should just come up with rec room object get first with tag, and we are going to place it right here, and we are going to type in the tag of house. And now if we go ahead and connect this to the position, oh, we need the vector. We need to get the position of that. Sorry, we're also going to need to get a get position chip. So type in position and it should come right up, the get position chip. And we're going to place this right there. And now this will get your container with the tag of house. We're going to get the position of that, which will turn it into a vector. And we're going to place this on the objective marker set position. And now what we're going to get is we are going to get the target and connect it to the location 2 marker. And first we need something to activate this. I could just if this was the only location, I wouldn't mind doing this, but since we have multiple locations, this isn't going to work because if I touch the tree, the objective marker is going to appear on the house. Where is the objective marker? It's on the corner of the house. Is there any way I can get it off the corner of the house? Let's see. Collision mode, I don't care. I circuit transform behavior, still don't care. Isn't there a way I can fix the pivot? I think I have to edit it. Because there is a way I can change the pivot, and I think that will change the objective marker location. See, visuals, tag, nah, it's not in here, edit out. That is not it. Physically simulated? That is also not it either. I was pretty sure there's a way to change the pivot of things. Maybe I was thinking of something else. But anyway, the objective marker's on the house, so it shouldn't really be a problem. If you want to change this, if it really bothers you that much that it is on a different location of the house, I'm just gonna make this quick part for anyone who is annoyed that it's there. You can skip a little further into the video if you don't want this. If it bothers you, you can go ahead and get a add chip or a subtract chip or whatever. It honestly depends on your position. Okay, the add chip did not appear where I wanted it to. That's great. So you're going to want to have an add chip and you are going to also want a vector, was it a vector create? Yeah, you want a vector create chip. And basically what this does is you can connect a position to here. So first let's see where it is. It is in the corner on the ground right here. So where you want it to go up a little bit and to the right. So what we're going to do is connect a position here, and since we want it to go up, let's say 5 up, and we want it to go to the right, so let's say 2.5z. Now obviously this depends on your coordinates, you know, so you should probably look at your coordinates and know what is x, y, and z. If you try to move something, the X, Y, and Z will always be in there. The Y is the green arrow, the X is the red arrow, and Z is the blue arrow. And the arrows are always pointed toward positive. So, yeah, there you go. And now if we connect both those to the add chip and turn this back on, you see that it went up, but it went the wrong way. That's interesting. And, oh. So I'm going to need to change this to negative 2.5. And you just want to keep messing around with this until you get it in the exact location you want. And yeah, there you go. So I am going to go ahead and delete this since I already showed you how to do it. It doesn't really bother me much as long as it's near the same location. Okay, now what we are going to do, since we have that working, is we're going to copy this and we're going to bring this over to the trees. And yes, we're going to do this for every single location on the map. So if you have 50 buildings, you're going to do this with all 50 buildings. Or you can group them together into one area. Like maybe you'll be like, this is the dump area, this is the city area. You know, make your life a lot easier. Let's go ahead and say this has a tag of tree. And I'm going to configure the tree to have the tag a tree. And now if I connect this to the objective marker right here, it should also show me the tree. But the thing is, whenever I touch, it's always going to show me the location of the house no matter where I touch. So let's go ahead and fix that. So how we are going to fix that is mm, we want to get trigger zones. We're not going to be using the V2. We're not going to be using the collision detection volume V2 because that is a cylinder. We do not need a cylinder. We want a square. So I'm going to be using the trigger volume. If I call anything V2, it's because before everything was called V2, but since V1's gotten rid of, I guess it don't really matter now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the trigger volume is over the house part of it. You could make it look a bit better, but I'm just going to put mine in a small square. And I just want to make sure this is a bit tightened up. So you actually have to touch the board to actually activate this. So let's see, I don't have to be too far away from the board because you want this to activate with the board. Okay, that seems good. And now that I have that, what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and move this up. This doesn't really matter. Okay, we are also going to move this up because this don't matter too. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take this trigger volume I just put over the house, and whenever you touch the trigger volume over the house, this is what activates the objective marker. So not when you you know, actually touch this. The only thing that happens when you touch the objective marker is set it here. So if I well, first of all, let me have a way to get rid of the marker. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get we'll type in marker. Well, actually, we don't need to type in marker. We already have the set enabled and set disabled. So what I'm going to do is if you go ahead and actually, I should just make it disappear after a while. Yeah, let's make it disappear after a while. So I am going to make it disappear after like 5 seconds. So let's get a delay chip. Okay, now that I got the delay chip, I'm going to have it so whenever you touch this, whenever you touch the touchpad, it's going to activate a 5-second delay. Maybe I'll make it 8 seconds. Don't know. And then after the 8-second delay turns after the 8-second delay, I'm going to get this object. No, I don't want that. I'm going to get both of these. So I'm going to get this objective marker and that objective marker. And I'm going to turn both of them false. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect both of them to each one. And now after the 8-second delay, it will turn off. So now if I go ahead and touch here, after 8 seconds, it should turn off. And yeah, there you go. So now you have like a little ping like, okay, oh, but I don't have a way to turn it back on. That's the problem. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it after they turn off, it turns these back on. That way it can just loop that. So now if I go ahead and touch here, like I said, after the 5-second delay, it should turn off. 8-second delay. I see. It turns off and it turns on right away. It's the morning and I just got back on after a while. Hmm. Okay. So, wrong dang. Whenever the touch starts, it shows the objective position here, and after an 8-second delay, it does that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually wire the run to here. So when you touch this, it will turn on for 8 seconds. Then after the 8-second delay, it turns off, and there we go. So now if I go ahead and let's say I touch this location, after 8 seconds, it will turn off, and then after it turns off, I can touch another location and it's going to pop back up for another 8 seconds. And there we go. Now we're going to get one for the tree too. So make sure that you get your triggers. Let's see, kind of hard to get. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and copy this for each location on the map. And of course, you want to make sure you scale it properly and everything. So get your transform, and we are going to encompass this tree with this trigger zone. And I'm going to get the circuit board here if I can. Hello. Yes, I'm going to get this circuit board and I'm going to probably move it down here just so it can be close to the tree. And now when you enter here, it's going to show the tree location. Which, yeah. Did I get the tag right, by the way? Yeah, I did. So now if I go ahead and touch the tree, it will show the objective marker at the tree. And that is a pretty basic setup for a little map for your city, PvP map or whatever you want to do. Of course, it kind of sucks because if I go all the way over there, if I want to, I gotta go back here. But you can have multiple of these around the map, which is the nice thing because you just need to set up the marker positions and stuff. Okay, one more thing before I end the video. I almost forgot about this. So obviously, since my objective marker is on the tree, if I touch anywhere, the objective marker is still going to come back on the tree. And the reason it does that is because whenever you touch the component, it sets the position on here and it will run through all of this, which will make sure everything's enabled, which we don't want. What we want is if we touch on the tree or the house, the marker shows up. But if we touch off of the tree or house, the marker will not show up. So what we are going to do is we are going to make it so whenever you touch anywhere that's not the trigger zone here, just trying to copy the trigger zone real quick. There we go. And yes, this is going to take a lot of work and trigger zones, but I think it's completely worth it because it's a pretty cool idea. So we are going to get a trigger zone and we are going to make sure that it doesn't go ahead and overlap with any of the other trigger zones. So we're going to copy this one over and we're going to scale this here. Oh, I didn't mean to touch that. And just make sure that it doesn't touch any of your other triggers. I know it's kind of hard because the purple blends in really perfectly with the pink and all that. But if you want this to work, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Some locations just make it hard to see. And I know what all of you are saying, Besides putting all these triggers, why not just have one and place it behind the dang, like an even smaller trigger? Well, I tried that once, and the problem with that is if somebody reaches too deep into here, like for example, if I just go ahead and touch that, that's fine. But if I reach in my hand like that, then it's going to be a problem. So I cannot do that. I actually have to place all the triggers for it to work. So yeah, there you go. And I'm almost done. Let me just hurry up and finish. And yeah, once you do this, we're going to get all the circuit boards out of the way because I know there's a lot of circuit boards everywhere. Whole lot. Um and yeah, we're going to want to come on, click the trigger. Oh my gosh, click the trigger. Come on, click trigger. Okay. And yeah, even for super small areas like this, we're going to want to have a trigger. Okay. So now, like I said, we're going to go ahead and gather every single one. I'm going to place them right here. So 1, 2, 3. We're just going to get every single one of them. Do not want to move that. I want to move this circuit board right here. Get this one that's inside of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Now that we have that settled, that took quite a while, but we are going to get the ones that will make the objective markers false. Well, actually, we don't have to because that doesn't connect to nothing at the end. And what we're going to do is connect all these trigger volumes to it. So whenever you touch the trigger volume and it's no location, it's going to turn off. What objective marker does this one use? It uses this one. Is this the same one? Okay, so we're not going to connect it to the first one. We're only going to connect it to the second one because that actually shows you the location on the map. We don't want to turn off the one that actually shows your location on there. I mean, it all really depends on what you want at the end of the day. Maybe you want it to show every location on the map. I think that would be kind of hard to do. I think you would have to show key locations instead. And there you go. Now, if I go ahead and touch here, it's only going to show me the marker on the touchpad screen. But if I touch the tree, it's going to show me the tree. And yes, I can touch it multiple times and it will work the exact same way. So, back to the normal video now. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.